Hi, I'm Dempsey Pulot, and this week I'm reviewing... Now before we start off, as always, I just want to take a quick second to remind you guys to make sure you hit that like button if you like today's video, and if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well for more new movie-related content weekly. But, without further ado, let's jump into today's film. We Can Be Heroes was directed by Robert Rodriguez and revolves around a group of superpowered preteens who become Earth's only hope after their superhero parents get kidnapped by a mysterious alien race hell-bent on destroying the world. Of all the living and working directors in Hollywood today, I'd argue that Robert Rodriguez probably has the most interesting filmography. Since breaking into the industry as an indie icon, not only has he gone on to helm some of the coolest westerns of the past few decades, with some equally iconic characters, but he's also gone on to create these really abstract yet enjoyable family films. And this is absolutely the latter. In fact, it turns out that it's also a sequel to one of his more popular family films from the early 2000s, The Adventures of Sharkboy and Lava Girl. In this film, they happen to be the parents of one of the lead children. However, aside from seeing them all grown up, well, half of them anyway, because apparently Taylor Lautner was too busy, their existence here in this world makes no sense, and feels more like a gimmick to try and get OG fans to watch the film. You see, in the original, Sharkboy and Lava Girl are established as figments in a 10-year-old boy's imagination. But here, they are 100% real people. And it's never explained why that is or how that is. I'm not gonna lie, if you haven't seen the film in a very long time, the original film that is, you're not gonna remember, and you probably won't even care. But if you're an OG fan and you certainly do remember that detail, this film might throw you for a loop at the very beginning. However, it doesn't really matter too much to the overall plot of the film. They have so little to do with it that it's not even funny. And it bothers me that this film was marketed so heavily as a Sharkboy and Lava Girl sequel when really it focuses a lot more on their daughter, and she's not even the main kid in this group of kids that's trying to save the world. But all that aside, if you're able to look past that one very small detail, I think you'll still have a pretty good time with this film because it's actually pretty good. And Sharkboy and Lava Girl aside, the film features a lot of very real familiar faces. Coming straight off of The Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal leads the adult cast alongside former fellow Narcos co-star Boyd Holbrook. Priyanka Chopra Jonas, Christian Slater, and Sung Kang, who most people might know as Han from Fast and the Furious, also appear in the film. But they pale in comparison to the kids that the story follows. Not only do they all have great chemistry, but they all have their own unique personalities, and for such a large ensemble, I have to say, I think Rodriguez does a really good job at balancing all of these characters out and make sure that we each get enough time with them that we know who they are. And we really do kind of feel like we know who they are by the end of the film. And sure, some characters are more integral to the plot than others, but no character ever feels less important than any other. And in addition to seeing how all their personalities play out, it's also really interesting to see them use their powers or learn how to use their powers, because some of their powers are pretty cool. For instance, there's this set of twins where one of them can speed up time and the other one can reverse it. There's this one girl who can affect the gravity around her just by singing. There's even this one kid who is always in slow motion. And he's the best. Watch out for him. Granted, all of these powers aren't necessarily super. Some of them aren't even that original, but it's the overall spin that Rodriguez puts on the superhero genre, as well as the performances by all of these kids that make watching this film so enjoyable. Now, as great as it is to see Rodriguez switch gears, as a family film, I think it suffers greatly because there isn't enough action. And there should be. The action scenes we do get are good, don't get me wrong, but there are far more cartoonish exchanges and CGI than anything else. My biggest issue with this film, though, aside from the Sharkboy and Lava Girl thing, has to be the writing. Despite some pretty cool themes explored and a pretty decent message, it's way too cheesy for its own good. Plus, it's got so many different twists. The last 30 minutes alone are filled with so many twists that I started to second guess the entire film altogether. Without giving too much away, the film kind of undoes itself by trying to be a lot more clever than it actually is. But even with all of that in mind, I still enjoyed this film a lot more than I thought I would. Seriously. With this little lighthearted and humorous adventure, it's plain to see that Rodriguez really aimed to make something entertaining. And if you look past the film's many innocent flaws, you'll notice that he did more than a super job at hitting that mark. At the end of the day, this is a mindless, fun family film. And for that, I'm going to give it 3 stars.
That's really cool.
Guys, thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to view this video. It really does mean the world to me. And once again, if you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well for more new movie-related content weekly. Now, if you happen to see this movie, if you loved it, if you hated it, let me know what you thought about it down below in the comment section. I look forward to reading and responding to all of your comments. And while you're at it, let me know what your favorite Robert Rodriguez film is. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of debate on that one. But yeah, that is all the time that I have for you guys today. And it looks like this will be my final movie review of 2020. I do have some other videos planned. I didn't say final video, but I'm hoping to pump out my most anticipated films of 2021 at some point next week, as well as my favorite films of 2020. But kind of with a twist on it. Well, you'll see. And another video that I'm very excited to be working on. But once again, you'll just have to see. But yeah, thank you guys so much once again. Be on the lookout for more content shortly. And I'm just going to stop talking and get back to work. So, until next time, I'm Dempsey Pilot. Take care.